Brand New Day throws Peter into a rewritten life instantly. Leaks claim the timeline shifts without explanation, erasing key relationships, altering major events, and leaving him surrounded by people who remember a version of him that never existed. Even Spider-Man is forced to operate with gaps in his own history. Insiders say a new criminal network forms immediately after the reset. Its leader studies the original timeline and uses that knowledge to corner Peter before he adapts to the changes. This antagonist reportedly understands details Peter lost, giving them a massive advantage. Sources also mention returning characters with different personalities, altered roles, and motivations that clash with Peter's expectations. Some allies become distant, some rivals gain influence. Every interaction turns unpredictable. Another leak points to instability in the rewritten world. Reality glitches in small moments, hinting that the reset wasn't a clean rewrite, but the first step in a larger plan tied to a hidden force beneath New York. This storyline positions Peter in a dangerous environment where every connection, every enemy, and every choice shifts under his feet. The reset isn't a refresh, it's a weapon designed to trap him. Before we continue with the full breakdown, hit like and subscribe so you stay updated on everything coming next. This story begins with a shock to the entire universe. Reality doesn't evolve, shift, or fade into something new. It reconstructs itself instantly. One moment the world operates under familiar rules, and the next, everything is reorganized like someone rewrote the timeline from the ground up. Leaks reveal that the new reality isn't a natural consequence of cosmic energy or dimensional collapse. It's a deliberate rewrite, carried out by an unseen force capable of bending history, altering memories, and rearranging cause and effect without leaving physical traces behind. It doesn't just change events, it restructures the logic of the world, creating a timeline that looks stable but is artificially engineered. The city, the people, the entire social landscape gets rebuilt using pieces of the old timeline combined with brand new fabricated details. Some events remain the same but play out differently. Certain relationships never existed, major conflicts are erased, entire chapters of life disappear and are replaced with versions that never happened. The most dangerous part is this: the population remembers the rewritten timeline perfectly. Anyone living in this world believes this new history is the only reality that ever existed. Meanwhile, traces of the original timeline survive only in tiny cracks. Small inconsistencies, behavioral shifts, changed events that don't logically connect. These glitches act like warning signs that the new world was built fast, not naturally. Leaked story details suggest the reset wasn't random. It was designed with accuracy, targeting key points in history and rewriting them to serve a specific agenda. Someone wanted this version of reality. Someone needed the past removed, reshaped, and replaced. This creates a world that feels familiar on the surface, but is fundamentally different at its core. A world crafted to confuse, disorient, and isolate the protagonists, forcing them to navigate a version of life where everything they once relied on has been reprogrammed. This is the heart of the storyline, a manufactured reality disguised as normal life, controlled by an architect who keeps their identity hidden while the new timeline tightens around its target. A rewrite this precise doesn't happen without someone gaining power from it. The new timeline isn't built to balance the universe or protect the city. It's structured to advantage a very specific group operating behind the scenes. According to leaks, the reset reorganizes social, political, and criminal structures in a way that places a new network at the top. People who were irrelevant in the original timeline suddenly gain influence, wealth, or access they never had before. It's as if the rewritten history hands them opportunities they couldn't earn naturally. This group rises fast because the new world is tailored to their success. Laws shift subtly, key events unfold differently, territories change hands without resistance. Every detail points to a system constructed to remove their obstacles and strengthen their control. Even more alarming, the reset eliminates individuals who once stood in their way. Important figures disappear from major events, past victories never occurred, and certain confrontations that shaped the original timeline simply never existed. The new history is cleaner, safer, and more open for the group benefiting from the rewrite. Leaks also suggest this network has knowledge of the original timeline. That makes them even more dangerous. They remember what everyone else lost. They know what changed, who lost power, and how to weaponize the confusion caused by the reset. Their aim isn't stability, it's dominance. events. The new timeline creates perfect conditions for them to expand, execute long-term plans, and operate without being noticed. Every altered memory, every removed event, and every shift in influence points to one conclusion: the reality reset wasn't made for the world, it was made for them. While the world adjusts to the rewritten timeline, something far more dangerous begins moving quietly in the background. This new threat doesn't announce itself or make a dramatic entrance. It grows silently, using the confusion of the reset as a smokescreen to solidify its position. Leaks point to a group operating beneath the city's surface. Hidden networks, secret meeting points, and encrypted communication systems that existed long before the rewrite. The timeline shift didn't weaken them, it elevated them. The new reality erases their failures, expands their influence, and gives them a perfect environment to move undetected. This threat is organized, efficient, focused. They're not improvising. They're following a plan built for this exact version of the world. Their presence shows in subtle changes, unusual activity in known hotspots, new territory markings, sudden disappearances, and unexplained power shifts that align too perfectly to be coincidence. They understand the new timeline better than anyone because the rewrite serves their agenda. Even more alarming, leaks indicate they have access to information from the original timeline. That gives them tactical knowledge no one else has. What changed, who lost power, and where the weaknesses now lie. They use the past as a weapon, while everyone else is trapped in the present. This isn't a small underground faction. It's a rising force positioning itself to dominate the new world order before anyone realizes the danger. The biggest concern is their silence. They haven't made a public move yet. They're waiting, watching, calculating, and when they finally strike, they'll do it with precision. The new timeline doesn't just rewrite history, it rewires the city itself. Streets that once felt familiar now pulse with unpredictability. Law enforcement, rival factions, and ordinary citizens all operate under altered circumstances, creating pockets of tension that erupt without warning. Every corner could hide danger. Every interaction carries consequences that ripple far beyond the moment. Leaks reveal that Sadie Sink is central to this stage of the story. Her character steps into a world that has shifted beneath her feet, navigating a landscape where past alliances are erased, old threats have evolved, and new players wield power she doesn't fully understand. Unlike others who are caught off guard, she becomes a catalyst, a wild card whose choices influence how chaos spreads. Her actions reveal cracks in the new reality. In some instances, she exposes corruption and manipulation that the reset tried to hide. In others, she inadvertently accelerates the threats lurking in the shadows. This duality makes her a critical figure. She can either help stabilize the city or inadvertently push it further into disorder. Every decision she makes sends shockwaves through the rewritten world, affecting both allies and enemies in unpredictable ways. The new threat rising in the shadows exploits these cracks. They manipulate information, stage ambushes, and exploit the confusion caused by altered memories and erased events. Citizens are confused, some acting suspiciously, others disappearing entirely. It's a world where no one is safe, and where even seemingly small decisions can have massive cascading effects. Sadie Sink's involvement also connects threads between the original timeline and the rewritten reality. She encounters fragments of people and events that shouldn't exist, forcing both her and the protagonist to question what's real and what's fabricated. These moments heighten the tension, showing just how unstable the new city is and how carefully some forces are orchestrating the chaos from behind the scenes. By the end of this section, it's clear. The city is a pressure cooker. The new timeline isn't just inconvenient, it's a dangerous trap, and Sadie Sink's character is one of the few who can influence whether the chaos spirals completely out of control or becomes something manageable. Her choices will define the stakes for everyone, setting the stage for even bigger confrontations in the coming chapters. The reset has begun. New threats, hidden powers, and shifting realities are turning the city upside down. Every choice matters, every alliance is fragile, and every secret could explode at any moment. We've seen how the timeline was rewritten, who benefits from the new reality, the shadowy forces rising, and even how key players like Sadie Sink are changing everything we thought we knew. But this is just the beginning. The leaks hint at twists that will blow the entire story wide open, events no one saw coming, enemies adapting faster than ever, and a world where nothing is certain. If you want to stay on top of every leak, every secret, and every shocking moment in Brand New Day, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Every update is coming first right here. The city has changed, the rules have changed, and the story is only getting more dangerous. Are you ready to see what happens next?